Ladies and gentlemen and fellow developers, I am Siddharth Jadhav and I am delighted to be your speaker today on the topic of hybrid app development. Join me as my co-host Vishnu Nair. Together we will delve into the fascinating world of hybrid app development, exploring the instinct, advantages and best practices. With years of experience in the field of app development, I am passionate about sharing insight and knowledge to help you navigate through the complexity of hybrid app development. Along with Vishnu, we aim to provide you with a valuable insight and practices tips that you can apply to your projects. So without further ado, let's embrace on this journey together. We unravel the mystery of hybrid app development. Before we dive into the depth of hybrid app development, let me provide you a quick overview of what to expect during this webinar today. First, we will start and exploring the fundamental of hybrid app development, understanding what exactly constitutes a hybrid app and how it's different from native and web application. Next, we will delve into the advantages and challenge of hybrid app development, giving you comprehensive understanding of its strength and potential limited. After that, we will discuss the various popular hybrid app development framework available on the market, helping you to choose the right one to your project. Next, we will move to the explore the best practices and tips of hybrid app development, ensuring you are equipped with the tools and techniques to build a hybrid quality performance app. And finally, we will wrap up our webinar with the interactive Q&A session, where you will have an opportunity to ask any burning question you may have. So buckle up and get ready to insightful and information session on hybrid app development. Let's get started. Vishnu will cover the information about hybrid app, including the facilitating challenges and advantages. So over to you, Vishnu.
Thank you, sir. So let's start understanding how hybrid application development. So what are hybrid apps? Hybrid apps are mobile applications that combine elements of both native and web applications. Unlike native apps, which are developed specifically for a particular platform, such as iOS or Android, using platform-specific languages like Swift or Java, and web apps, which are essentially websites optimized for mobile viewing. Hybrid apps utilize a combination of web technologies such as HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and native components to provide a cross-platform experiences. Now, there are two key components of hybrid apps. First is native shell, and second is web view. Native shell hybrid apps are wrapped within a native shell native container that enables them to access native device functionalities such as cameras, GPS, or contact, etc. This native shell act as a bridge between the web content and the device operating system. Second is WebView. The core of a hybrid app is a WebView component, which is essentially an embedded web browser within the native container. This WebView displays the web content of the application, which is typically built using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Now let's see how hybrid application actually work. So when a user interacts with a hybrid app, the native shell loads the web view, which renders the web content. This content is essentially the user interface of the application, along with any functionalities implemented using web technology. The native shell facilitates communication between the web view and the device native APIs, allowing the app to access device features. Now let's see the comparison of the hybrid apps with other thing like native apps and web apps. Comparing hybrid native and web apps involves evaluating their strength and weakness across various aspects. Here are the comparisons of each type of applications. So in development approach, native apps actually developed specifically for a single platform, such as iOS or Android, using platform-specific languages like Swift or Java and tools like Xcode or Android Studio. Access to all native APIs and features, offering maximum performance and functionalities tailored to the platform. In web apps, built using web technologies such as HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and access through a web browser, on various devices. Cross-platform compatibility, but limited access to device features and performance compared to native apps. Hybrid apps combine the web technologies with native components, allowing for cross-platform development while accessing device features through native APIs. So it provides the faster development cycles compared to native apps, but may have performance limitations compared to fully native solutions. Second is performance. So performance-wise, the native app actually performs the best as they are optimized for a specific platform and have direct access to device hardware and APIs. Web apps performance can vary depending on factors such as network speed, browser optimization, and device capabilities. Often not as fast as native apps, but especially for graphic intensive or offline functionalities. In hybrid apps, performance falls somewhere between native and web apps. While they can perform well for many tasks, complex animations or heavy computation may suffer compared to fully native solutions. Coming to the user experience, in native apps, it provides the most seamless and platform specific user experience, adhering to platform design guidelines and utilizing native UI components. In web apps, user experience can vary depending on the browser and device used, may not provide the same level of interactivity or responsiveness as native apps. Hybrid apps offers a balance between cross-platform compatibility and native-like user experience. UI can be customized to match platform aesthetics, but may not feel as polished as fully native application. So fourth is access to device features. Native apps have full access to device features and APIs, enabling developers to create rich immersive experiences tailored to each platform. Web apps have the limited access to device features compared to native apps. Can utilize some features through browser APIs such as geolocation, but not as comprehensive as native solutions. Hybrid apps can access device features through native plugins, allowing developers to incorporate functionalities like cameras, GPS, and accelerometers into their apps. However, there might be still limitations compared to fully native application. Coming to the distribution and updates, native apps distributed through platform-specific app stores like App Store and Google Play, etc. Updates require approval from App Store administrators. And second is web app accessed directly through a web browser, eliminating the need for App Store distribution. Updates can be deployed instantly without waiting for App Store approval. Hybrid apps distributed through app stores like native apps, but may offer the option of over-the-air updates for web content, allowing for faster development of changes to the application. So in summary, each type of application has its own set of advantages and limitations, and the choice depends on factors such as development requirements and performance needs and target audience preferences. Hybrid apps offer a comprehensive compromise between cross-platform compatibility and access to device features, making them a more popular choice for many application development projects. So now let's see the advantages and challenges. First we will see the advantages. So first is cross-platform compatibility. Hybrid apps can be developed once and deployed across multiple platforms such as iOS and Android, etc., reducing development time and cost compared to building separate native application for each platform. Second is faster development cycles. Leveraging web technologies allows for rapid development iterations and easier updates as changes to the application can be deployed instantly without requiring App Store approval. Third is access. Third advantage is access to device features. Hybrid apps can access device features such as cameras, GPS, accelerometers, etc. through native plugins, enabling rich and interactive user experiences. So now let's see the challenges we might face in hybrid application development. So first is performance issues. Hybrid apps may suffer from performance limitations compared to native applications, especially when handling the complex animations or heavy computations. Second, limited access to device features. While hybrid apps can access many device features through native plugins, there may be still limitations in accessing some advanced functionalities compared to fully native application. Third is debugging complexities. Debugging hybrid apps can be more complex due to the interaction between the web and native components requiring specialized tools and expertise. So next, Siddharth sir will talk about the essential aspects of selecting the appropriate framework and the best practices to ensure the success of your hybrid application development. Over to you, Siddharth sir.
Okay, thank you, Vishnu. Let's look at the overview of popular hybrid app development framework. So, so first we will talk about the React Native. Okay, so React Native is an open source framework developed by Facebook. It allows developers to build a mobile application using JavaScript and React, a popular JavaScript library for building a user interface. Then let's talk about the key feature of React Native. So utilize a single code base for a building apps for multiple platforms, for example, iOS and Android. Provide a rich set of UI components that map directly to a native UI element, offering a native-like look and feel. It supports hot reloading, allowing developer to see a changes instantly without rebuilding the entire application. Access to native API through JavaScript, bridging the integration device feature. Let's talk about the community and ecosystem of React Native. So React Native has a larger and active community with a vast ecosystem of libraries, tools, and resources available for the developers. Let's talk about the apps which is developed inside the using the React Native. So the popular apps just like Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Airbnb, Skype, Uber Eats, and Tesla are basically built using the React Native app framework. So let's talk about the Ionic framework. So Ionic is a popular open source framework for building and hybrid mobile application using a web technologies. For example, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. It is built on top of the Angular and Apache Cordova platform. Okay, so let's talk about the key feature of Ionic. Offers a library of pre-designed UI component and theme, making it easy to create visual appearance of app. Next is support cross-platform development, allowing developer to build apps for iOS, Android, and progressive web apps. So third is providing native like performance through the optimized CSS and JavaScript rendering, integrating seamless with Angular for building the complex web application. Let's talk about the community and ecosystem of Ionic framework. So Ionic has a vibrant community and rich ecosystem of plugin, themes, and extension available through its marketplace. So let's talk about the popular apps which is developed using the Ionic framework. So Market Watch, Swakit, Untap, StockPad, and Connect are basically the popular app which is developed using the Ionic frameworks. Next, move on to the Flutter framework. So Flutter is an open source UI toolkit developed by Google for building a native compiled application for mobile, web, and desktop for a single code base. It uses the Dart program for the language for developing the application. Let's talk about the key feature of Flutter application. So offer a React style framework, a reactive style framework, allowing for fast development and expensive UI design, provides a rich set of customizable widgets for building native interface and iOS and Android. The hot reload feature enables developer to see the changes instantly without restarting the app, facilitating uh, reload the application. Offer high performance rendering using the Skype engine. So let's talk about the community and ecosystem. So Flutter has a rapidly growing community and its expanding ecosystem of plugin packages, tools available through the Dart package manager. Let's talk about the apps which is developed using the Flutter framework. So some popular apps developed using the Flutter framework is Google Ads, Google Pay, eBay Motors, Alibaba, and Dream 11. These apps are basically developed using the Flutter. So, while we creating any application, the first question comes to the mind like which technology we have to pick. So, when choosing a framework for hybrid app development, several factors should be considered to ensure that it aligns with the product requirement, development team capabilities, and long-term goal. Here are some key features to consider while choosing the framework. So, first is platform support. So determine which platform, for example, iOS, Android, web, etc., the app need to support. Second is choose a framework that offer robust cross-platform compatibility, or has a specific support for the target platform. Second is development skill and familiarities. Access the development team skills and familiarities with the programming language, tools, and framework. Choose a framework that align with the team expertise to minimize the learning curve and maximize the productivity. Third is performance requirement. Envelop the performance required of the app, especially for the tasks such as rendering complex UI, handling large data set, or processing real-time data. Choosing a framework that can meet performance expenditure while balancing development speed and resource efficiency. Fourth is UI UX design flexibility. So consider the design flexibility need for the app, user interface, and user experience. Choose a framework that provides customizable UI component, theming option, and support for a platform-specific design guideline. Fifth is access to developed feature. Identify the development device feature and native apps such as camera, GPS, sensor, etc. required for the app. Choose a framework that offer easy access to the device feature through the native plugin or API, ensuring seamless integration of native functionality. Six is community and ecosystem. Access the size and activity of the framework community, including former documentation, tutorial, and third-party library. Choose a framework with a vibrant community and rich ecosystem of a plugin, tool, resources to support development and troubleshoot issues. Seven is development tool and IDE integration. Consider the availability and integration of development tools such as code editors, debuggers, or build automation tools. Choose a framework that integrate well with a popular integration development environment like Visual Studio, IntelliJ IDE, or VS Code, enhancing the development workforce. Eighth is testing and debugging support. Evaluate the framework support for testing and debugging, include unit testing, integration testing, and debugging tool. Choosing a framework that offer the robust testing framework and debugging capabilities to ensure app reliability and maintainability. Ninth is community support and longevity. Consider the framework long-term visibility and support, including its release cycle, compatibility, and roadmap. Choose a framework with active community support, regular update, and a clear roadmap for further enhancing and features. Tenth is license and cost. Evaluate the license model and associated cost for the using the framework, including any license fees, royalty, or subscription plan. Choose a framework that align with project budget and provide a cost-effective solution for develop and deployment. By carefully considering these factors, development can make informed decision when choosing the framework for a hybrid app development, ensuring a successful and efficient development process and high quality product. Next, move on now we will discuss about the best practices and tips. So first is optimize performance. For example, minimize the use of heavy animation and complex UI element to ensure smooth performance, especially on older devices. Utilize lazy loading and code splitting technique to reduce initial load time and improve any responsiveness. Optimize images and assets for a different screen size and resolution to reduce the file size and improve loading time. Second is design for cross-platform consistency. Maintain consistency UI UX across different platforms to provide a cohesive user experience. Utilize platform specific design guidelines and component when necessary to ensure familiarity and usability for user on each platform. Test the app throughout on various devices and screen size for identify and address any layout or usability issue. Now talk about leverage native feature wisely. So use native plugin or API to access device features such as camera, GPS, push notification, etc. when necessary. Option for native solution for performance critical tasks or functional that require deep integration with the device hardware. Third is balance the use of native feature to maintain cross-platform compatibility and minimize code duplication. Now we talk about implement offline support. So design the app to work offline whenever possible by caching data and resource locally. Utilize service worker and client-side storage machine such as IndexDB or local storage to enable offline capability for web-based hybrid apps. Provide clear feedback to user when offline, such as indicate which feature are unavailable or allow them to continue work offline and sync data later. Secure users data. Implement secure authentication and authorization mechanism to protect user data and prevent unauthorized access. Encrypt sensitive data storage locally, transmit over the network to migrate security risks. Regulatory audit and update security measurement to address embracing threat and vulnerability. Ensuring accessibility. So design the app with the accessibility in a mind to ensure that it usable by individual or disabilities. Provide the alternative text and image, use semantic HTML element, and ensure proper focus management for navigation. For keyboard navigation. Test the app with the accessibility tool and technologies to identify and address any accessibility barrier. 7 point is adopt continuously integration and deployment. So automatic build, test, and deployment process to streamline development workflow and ensure code quality. Utilize CI/CD pipeline to automate tasks such as linting, unit testing, and develop deployment and to production and staging environment. Integrating various control, code review, and issues tracking system to facilitate collaboration and code quality assurance. Eighth is monitor and analyze the app performance. So implementing monitoring and analysis tool to track app performance, user engagement, and error in real time. User performance profiling tool to identify any optimization performance bottleneck, memory leak, and other issue affecting app performance. Gather user feedback and analyze data to prioritize feature enhancement and optimization based on user need performance. Ninth is stay update with framework and platform changes. Regularly update the hybrid app framework, libraries, and dependency to leverage the new feature, performance improvement, and security patch. Keep abreast of platform-specific changes and updates such as iOS and Android SDK platform to ensure compatibility and compliance with the platform guideline and requirements. Tenth is foster continuity learning and improvement. So encourage ongoing learning and skill development among team members through the training, workshop, and knowledge strong session. Stay connected with the development community forums and conference to stay informed about industrial trend, best practice, and emerging technique in hybrid app development. By following these best practices and tips, hybrid app development can create high quality performance and user-friendly applications that meet the need of their target audience while maximize the efficiency and collaboration with the development team. Now that we are covering main topic of our webinar, let's time to move to the interactive part of our session, that is Q&A session. So I encourage all of you to take an opportunity to ask any question you may have regarding your hybrid app development, whether it's about the topic we are covered today or anything related to your project or experience. Vishnu and I are here to help. So I feel free to type your question into the chat, and we will do the best to address as many as of them as possible. Let's make the Q&A session both informative and engaging. Okay, so Soham asked about what is API. So API is basically middleware between the main application and database. So it basically pass the data, it collect the data from a database and pass it to the front end as per the requirement. Then Ankita asked, what is actually mean of hybrid app? So hybrid app means For example, suppose we do not use the hybrid app, then if we want to implement a Android app or iOS app, then specifically we create a separate code base for that. But in hybrid app, we simply use the same code base. Means we write a code once and deploy in as many as platforms such as Android, iOS, and web as well. Then Athera asked which one is better, hybrid app or mobile app? So basically, hybrid app is also a mobile app. So basically, we in mobile app means in a native app, we as I said, like we have to create separate code base for Android, iOS, and as well as for web. But for using a hybrid app, we will write a code once and deploy as many as platform. Okay, so Okay, so thank you all for joining us today and for engaging in this information session. For more insightful concern and update on hybrid app development, I encourage you to follow us on LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube. Your support means the world to us, and we look forward to continue this journey together. Until the next time, stay connected, stay informed, and keep innovative. Thank you once again, and have a fantastic day ahead. Thank you.